What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. I am the Crypto Crow, and I've got a bunch of news today. A bunch of Cardano news, just some interesting stuff that's going on in the markets. I did the video yesterday. I actually recorded it a couple days ago, and it was kind of a quick video, and it was something that popped in my head, and it was all about inflation. And I was reading through all of the comments, and everybody was like, you're doing it backwards. You're doing it backwards. So yeah, I haven't gone through again and looked at it, but I plan to, because I'm not sure who's missing what. And I'm going to have to figure that out. It was kind of a quick video, but it was kind of the point of, the dollar continuing to lose value. But as crypto continues to go back up in value against the dollar, that ultimately the same crypto is worth more than it was in 2016. And I think the message got mixed up somehow. A lot of people are telling me that I was calculating things backwards. I know there were two elements of the charts that I was showing you where it was like, I'm going to have to dive into that again. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into some of the news and what's going on. The first thing I'm going to show you is it's crazy. So let's just take a look. So this is Kulo Token. And this sucker has been up. It's up almost 2,000% over the last 30 days. And this has just been absolutely insane. I mean, I can't, the volumes, everything. Wow. What was this? $1.7 million in 1 day's worth of trade volume. And, that's today. That's today. And you can see that some people, I'm going to be real honest, this is one of the first meme token projects that I've been a part of since the very beginning, since very early. I've got some meme moguls as well, but I have no idea what's coming with them. It looks like things are going well, but they just put some pauses on some things, and I guess they need some extra time. I think they're building their simulation or whatever. But anyway, and watching this, it's at $1.5 million in daily trade volume. And, it's funny because I had some of these tokens given to me from Ramel as a gift, and he was like, enjoy, we're hard at work and this and that. And I thought, you know what, that's cool. And then I looked at my wallet, and it was up to like 40 grand. And that was like a week ago. And then now it's almost $100,000. This is crazy. It's just blowing my mind. And I'm in the Telegram group, and I'm watching the bot, and it just shows you every time somebody makes a buy, and it's just kind of nuts, man. But Kulo Token, congrats. It's going really, really well. And I will say that it's like when you see something that was originally worth so little go up in value so much, it's really difficult to not just want to sell it and take the value. But I've seen so many of these meme token projects just go up. I know that their goal is like $1 billion market cap. It doesn't say exactly what it is here for whatever reason, but the trade volume is booming, and they're burning tokens. I guess every time people use the token, or they buy and sell and they do different things, there's some mechanic to it where they burn tokens. And I guess they burned over $500,000 worth of tokens at current values, or at the value yesterday. And so, yeah, I just wanted to update people on that. I'm going to continue updating people on it. For as long as this thing is running, I'm going to keep announcing and telling you guys what's going on, because it's blowing my mind. And yeah, you'll notice that my camera is clear again. I decided to stop using the green screen because it makes me light things in a really weird way. And I'm using my old camera again, because the $4,000 I spent on this other camera and a bunch of lenses that didn't fit and didn't work and adapters and everything else, I got tired of it. Everybody keeps asking, hey Crow, why is your video always so faded and weird and all that? I'm like, that's why. It's because I tried to use this really cool camera that I don't know how to use. So anyway, another quick update real quick before we dive into the major news. I'm currently in a trade on Bitcoin. You can see my entry point was down here. What had happened was I was watching the price fall, and it came down, and I thought, Let's see what happens. This is a 15-minute chart. I said, let's see what happens. I'm going to go to bed, but I think it's probably going to come back up after a certain point. So I set a conditional limit long order. And sure enough, I woke up, came to my computer this morning. My order was active. It's an open position, rose all the way up here to almost 74,000. And it's been coming back down to say hello to these moving averages, at which point we're either going to break through or we're going to bounce off of them. It looks like we're bouncing a bit. So we'll see. Maybe we hit $75,000 today, but it's Wednesday, which typically, Monday sets the high, and then in the week we set the low and we get a channel, but then we just broke right out of that on Wednesday, which typically Wednesday is a reversal of trend into Friday before we enter the retail market and the market makers go to bed for the weekend. So I'm not sure what we're going to do here, but I'm currently in. I'm at $1,500 positive. You can see my total book just keeps going up, and I've been doing pretty well. I've been having a lot of fun with it. The Fair Desk has been a fantastic partner, and I'm also bot trading. This is my spot account where I'm bot trading these assets. I'm currently in an ADA bot trade. And if I look at my P&L this week after the last 15 trades, it says I'm up $505. And I guess I made the bulk of that today. And I think a big part of that was because anytime I DCA, my big DCAs, generally when the prices drop quite a bit, and when the price drops a bit, I double down. Price drops again, I double down, and I continue lowering my entry point. And then I get such an accumulation of whatever token I'm buying into or my bot is trading that by the time it hits profit, it typically spikes. And I may or may not, depending on the project, I might have a trailer. So as the price is rising, my bot won't sell it until the price is corrected from that pump. And typically when it does that, it's like a windfall of cash. And it's like ching, 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 ching. And my bot's going crazy because I've been sitting on all these DCA positions for weeks, 1 or 2 weeks. So yeah, the bot's doing really well. I am probably going to start testing on some other exchanges as well, but I just wanted to just show you guys, like, that's what I'm trading with on Crow Trader, and it's doing pretty well, folks. Honestly, I mean, Jason, my dev partner, has been doing a really good job. He's really been cranking out everything with Crow Trader. Nobody seems to be using the AI functionalities quite much yet, so that's surprising to me. But ultimately, We'll get there. I'm sure that people will come around. It's just not the easiest stuff to figure out. You kind of have to know how to use AI. Speaking of AI, in the midst of the 2024 cryptocurrency bull market, investors are seeking guidance to navigate the volatile landscape. Finbold turned to Anthropic's new artificial intelligence model, Claude 3 Opus, for insights on cryptocurrencies to invest in 2024. I'll save you guys a big read. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and number 3 on the list is Cardano. And it goes into all of the reasons why these are the top 3 cryptocurrencies to invest into for 2024. And I concur. Now, a lot of people are thinking that Cardano might flip Ethereum. I don't think Cardano is going to flip Ethereum in this market. I think that's a 2030 thing. Just being very honest, I love my Cardano. It's my biggest holding, but I think it's going to be some time, because there are new use cases being exposed and being shared. And here's one right here. Dubai police embrace Cardano blockchain for crime prevention. Dubai police. This makes me want to go to Dubai. Dubai's police department has initiated a strategic partnership with the Cardano Foundation. This collaboration aims to leverage blockchain technology to bolster security measures on a global scale. I wonder what blockchains they wouldn't use for something this sensitive. I won't even say it. I won't even bother. During the recent World Summit held in Dubai, the Dubai police unveiled a groundbreaking pilot project showcasing their capacity to securely share crucial data from criminal investigations with international counterparts, including Interpol. Interpol is basically like the international crime database of like wanted fugitives and so forth. It's basically the primary system that all different countries, it's like if you get pulled over on the street for speeding or something, and the cop runs you through their, I forget what it's called, NCS or whatever, I don't remember, but This is basically that, but on an international level. Utilizing Cardano's blockchain technology, the department demonstrated its ability to disseminate sensitive forensic information, such as scans of bullets embedded in concrete, to diverse international stakeholders. Do you know what else is funny? If you remember, I don't know how many weeks ago it was, I talked about using something like Midnight for something exactly like this. A growing blockchain secured database of information related to cases that police officers the world over, this is exactly what I was talking about. I'm telling you, I'm always ahead of the game. I'm always ahead of the curve. I'm just not doing it. I'm not building it. I'm building a trading card game. So anyway, this is actually really freaking cool. Expanding applications of blockchain technology beyond its pivotal role in the security sector, blockchain technology continues to permeate various industries, catalyzing innovation and efficiency. With its decentralized and immutable nature, blockchain has found applications in healthcare, energy, education, media, government, yada, 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 everything, including Internet of Things, which I think Internet of Things is going to become an absolutely booming market in the not so distant future. Within the next 10 years, I predict Internet of Things is going to be one of the major, most leading use cases, as well as AI as it relates to blockchain tech. And I'm sure the World Economic Forum is going to be a big proponent of pushing a lot of that for a lot of reasons. Cardano's impact on global security landscape. The partnership between the Dubai Police and the Cardano Foundation signifies a significant milestone in the utilization of blockchain technology to fortify security frameworks worldwide. By harnessing Cardano's blockchain infrastructure, law enforcement agencies can streamline data sharing processes, enhance transparency, and bolster collaboration on an international scale. I'm telling you, folks, people complaining about Cardano for this or that. Cardano to launch USDM stablecoin in the United States in 3 days. The time is coming. The clock is ticking. The launch of USDM comes at a time of heightened interest in the Cardano ecosystem, fueled by recent milestones, such as Cardano's treasury surpassing $1 billion and the network's 10 millionth block being recorded. Cardano, a prominent blockchain platform for smart contracts similar to Ethereum, is set to introduce its premier fiat-backed stablecoin USDM in the United States on March 16th. This launch marks a key moment for the Cardano ecosystem, providing users with a reliable stablecoin pegged to the US dollar and enhancing accessibility to the platform's features. This is coming in 3 days, folks. I'm wondering if Cardano might get a little pump out of that. According to the announcement, the USDM stablecoin will initially be available in 19 U.S. states, offering users a seamless fiat on-ramp to the Cardano ecosystem. Why just 19 states? That I don't understand. USDM is a fungible native asset on the Cardano blockchain, issued under the official policy ID or policy IDs of Mehen Finance LLC. Mehen Finance, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, folks, serves as an issuer of USDM, adhering to the comprehensive KYC AML policies and complying with all applicable U.S. laws and regulations. Obviously, this is a legal matter. The 19 states, I'm sure, has something to do with licensure and who knows what kind of bureaucracy BS they have to deal with to launch this, but one of the key advantages of USDM is its versatility within the Cardano ecosystem. Similar to other Cardano native assets, USDM held in self-custody wallets can be freely transferred throughout the blockchain without restrictions. Users can utilize USDM for various purposes, including payments, remittances, and participation in decentralized finance protocols. Listen, there are going to be more stable coins as well. I know that there's been a lot of hoopla about stable coins and everybody saying, Cardano needs this, Cardano needs that. Sure, it's all going to be helpful in the grand scale of the ecosystem, but overall, this stuff is coming. People just need to relax and be patient. This I found pretty interesting as well. Cardano founder teases exciting next big step for network progress And yeah, it's very interesting stuff. We are going to get a Cardano integration done with Firefly, actually one of my favorite TV shows. And the Firefly stuff is such a huge deal to me. I've watched the whole season of that TV show. I don't know how many times. And then the movie Serenity, it's also good. I mean, I wish they would come out with something new. Apparently the show was canceled a long time ago because it was so expensive and it had kind of a cult following, but it's just grown since then. I think Netflix needs to run it back like they've been doing some of these other series. We're going to get Cardano integration done with Firefly to test it out and then see if stake pool operators like it. Long term, it can run all infrastructure as containers and allow for lightweight consensus. It's a project we are working closely with Blockfrost on. Many people know that, you know, Cardano, I think it's Cardano Foundation has been a big supporter, and I think even an investor in Blockfrost, basically as it relates to a lot of the new technologies they plan to roll out to benefit Cardano and other things in that ecosystem. So this is going to be a pretty fun deal, and there's more to it. Excuse me. You can go ahead and study through a lot of the information and the data that's available. In this context, Firefly from Hyperledger Labs is a multi-party system for enterprise data flows. It provides a purpose-built infrastructure for developing decentralized blockchain applications and addresses the layers of complexity that exist between low-level blockchain and high-level business processes and user interfaces. So that'll be really cool. And then I pulled up this information. You can actually learn more about it at hyperledger.org. You just go into the projects and you know, you click Firefly, which, what a name. I love that. Now, finally on this is something that I found interesting. I like to go over different people's analysis of whatever they think is likely to happen with Cardano. Cardano's price alert, analysts predict 60% rally in the next 7 days. So here we are, we're 1 day in, we've got 6 days left for this supposed 60% rally. I predicted something similar. I basically said I do believe that we're probably going to break over $1. I've obviously done my Cardano predictions by July and where I think the price may end up. I think we're definitely destined for a big pump that I think is obviously coming, and now I think other people are seeing it too. Optimism surrounds Cardano despite some recent hiccups. ADA stands resilient, maintaining a positive outlook despite a 5% decrease over the past week, which these mean jack. These mean nothing. Currently, price is 75 cents. ADA demonstrates a robust stance with a 24-hour trading volume of $1.14 billion and a market cap of $24 billion, and it's going to the daggone moon, in my opinion. Analyst points to promising weekly chart trends. Renowned crypto analyst Sebi is charting, I don't know, how do you pronounce 3 S's other than Sebi, is charting an optimistic course for ADA, emphasizing the significance of the weekly chart and understanding the broader context. Nestled above its 200-week moving average, ADA shows promise with significant green candles on the weekly charts and a noticeable uptick in buying momentum, signaling a strong underlying trend. You know what? I'm telling you folks right now, I haven't cracked it. But I believe that if I spent a solid 30 days studying price action, momentum, volume, just all of the different variables related to the market maker's mentality, the movement of the markets, the trends with the news, and so forth and so on, I would be willing to bet I crack a code within the way pricing works as it relates to each individual project and Bitcoin. We all know that there's obviously a correlation, right? But I think it's bigger than that. And I firmly believe, and the reason I say this is because if you think about when I went on Twitter in the last market and I was like, oh, the market just peaked and everybody lost their shit, right? And then I'm like, relax, it's probably going to be a 2-peak market, but I could be wrong. And I posted that later in the afternoon. And I told everybody, like, just relax, like, this is what's happening. And everybody's like, you're so full of shit, Crow, like, who do you think you are? And I was getting all these hateful messages by, I don't know, whoever they were, of course. And then a lot of my followers, a lot of you guys have been following for a long time, have since gone back to all of those posts and said, so how did this comment age and this and that? Because I was right. But I know that there is a lot happening in the market trades with the trends and with the way the markets are being traded by the institutions and by the major whales and the major players. And I also believe that there's a lot of high frequency trading involved in manipulating these markets to ebb and flow the way they want it to. And I think it's only going to continue getting worse as these major institutions are loading up on their spot ETFs and so forth and so on. And that could be good to some extent because we might not get the big dumps that we're used to seeing in the market after this cycle, or that might be a 2030 thing. But I know at some point in the not so distant future, I don't think we're going to have the big bull bears like we're used to seeing them. I really don't. And a big part of me is saying that even when the market peaks this cycle, I may not be selling my Bitcoin at all, because I know that if I do, it will be probably the last time I ever get my hands on any, because these institutions are going to gobble that stuff up over the next bear market, and they're going to do it in a way that probably most likely prevents it from dropping significantly while they're accumulating it. And they're going to buy up everything else that's available over the course of this next bear market. The altcoins are likely going to be a different story. And I do believe that ultimately, now I've got people mowing outside. Yeah, you can hear it. So I'm going to cut this a little short. Maybe I'll cover a lot of this in a more detailed video. You have to let me know if you guys even care, because it could just be another ramble. But I definitely have my ideas to what I expect to see in 2024 into 2025, and then moving forward into the 2020 or 2030 market. And I think that this is going to be really I think this is probably going to be one of the biggest pumps, a super cycle, if you will. I think everybody that's in crypto right now is probably going to do significantly well, but it may very well be the last time, because I don't think that what happens between the peak of this cycle and the next is going to be like what we're used to seeing. And so I'm trying to figure out how to prepare for that in the best possible way, and basically be protected, because there's going to come a time where only the elites have Bitcoin. Only the very, 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 very wealthiest of people in the world are going to have Bitcoin. And those of us that have it now, like my mom, she told me she's got like 0.2 Bitcoin that she's been loading up on. And I'm like, you know what? Probably good idea that no matter what happens this market, you keep it and you don't do anything with it. Just make sure you don't lose your access to it. But that's basically the advice I told my mom, because I'm just like, I'm not sold that the market's going to tank the way it did. I think the altcoins might. And because I think we always get this flushing out of all of the shit tokens in the ecosystem, and the cream continues rising to the top, building through the bear market, and then, coming back with a vengeance in the next bull cycle. Obviously, Cardano is a prime example of that. And there are many, many others, but, in a market where there's, tens of thousands of altcoins out there trying to gobble up everybody's money, the shit typically falls to the bottom while the cream rises to the top. That sounds really disgusting. I think it's time to sign off on this video. Until next time, guys and gals, crow your coins. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.